think anyone who thinks that it's easy job, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Of course, yes.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if anyone were to ever come up to me and say, your life is easy, I'll be like, then you have no idea. Because the moment you're in the spotlight, people can see you, everything. Your life privacy is out the window. How is that easy?
What's up? And welcome to another episode of the KopiBros Show presented by Chit Podcast Network. Now, today, we had the very, very cool opportunity to talk to Benjamin, or most
AKA
of you actually know him.
Smiling Afro.
The Smiling Afro. Yes.
Yeah.
So he also runs his own content creator agency and company that does production as well. Because you know him personally, so what are some of the interesting things that you learned from this interview that you didn't know about him previously?
I knew he was chill. I didn't realize he was this chill. He has this nonchalance to the haters, which is not something a lot of people can say. He's chill, yes, but he's still damn professional, and I admire him for that.
It was very interesting learning about like how he say like, actually I do content. I don't care so much about views. It's really what he want to do. Very interesting to learn about his journey, like how he wanted to go into advertising, and no offers came, and then he just started this whole thing on his own.
I think importantly, it's actually funny. I actually enjoy his content. I'm not just saying this because I'm his friend. I actually enjoy his content.
So I think without further ado, before we get into the episode, a word from our sponsor.
We'd like to take a quick break in the episode to thank our friends at Fizzicle for sponsoring today's episode. Fizzicle is a Singapore-based company that hand-brews small batch fizzy probiotic drinks all made right here at home.
They got 3 types of gut-loving goodness. Kombucha, that classic tangy bubbly brew that's packed with probiotics to support your digestion and immunity. Junboocha, a smoother, lighter twist brewed with raw honey instead of sugar, so it's naturally sweet and super refreshing. And lastly, Water Kefir, caffeine-free, vegan and dairy-free. Perfect if you want that fizz without the buzz. Every bottle is naturally fermented, low in sugar, and made to keep your gut happy. Less sugar, more sparkle. That's the Fizzicle promise.
So if you're looking to swap out your usual soft drinks for something refreshing and good for you, check them out at getfizzicle.com and follow them at @Fizzicle on Instagram to learn more. Links are in our description below. Trust your gut and get physical.
And now, back to the episode.
And welcome to another episode of the KopiBros Show presented by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, our guest today, one of Singapore's most recognizable digital personalities, celebrated for his vibrant energy, infectious humor, and scroll-stopping content. As a founder and CEO of Smiling Afro, he has built a mini agency and production house specializing in quirky, light-hearted storytelling for social media and live events, blending professional filmmaking and acting skills into everything he creates. He has amassed over 400,000 followers across his social platforms. To learn more about his experiences, please join me in welcoming Benjamin, Gerard, Jose, Byrne, aka the Smiling Afro. Welcome!
Yay!
Thank you very much.
You should have heard that time how Jing Yong tried to pronounce Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh,
That was an experience and a half. I think it was what Daenerys Targaryen or something. Oh my god! I was like,
when I used to be in NS, right, I drive every morning to camp and then I listen to the radio, and then this poor fella who doesn't watch football trying to pronounce all the footballers' names. It's a good entertainment in the morning.
which DJ was this?
Wait, I think it was just one of the DJs that was not made on the show, right? But they had to read the news every morning.
Oh yeah.
Then this guy doesn't watch football, but then he was like pronouncing all the footballers' names like for the Polish guys and everything. I was laughing in the car. It was good entertainment. Yeah.
Thierry Henry.
Hey, but let's be honest, no one outside of Poland can pronounce the Polish surnames lah.
Oh
yeah,
yes.
yeah. If you don't actually know the nuances, right? No way. His surname also Irish, and then no one will guess it's Byrne unless you know the surname itself or know someone who has it, right? No one's gonna guess Byrne is Byrne. Yeah,
change your surname to BYD so then BYD 111.
Wow.
Ask James to sponsor you a car already.
You have no idea that every month we will hear that one time.
Oh, yeah.
Based on all the events we go for.
I like to hear it. BYD 111.
I like to hear it. Sponsor me a car.
Yes.
Benjamin here is friends with Thern Yang. So can I just ask how the two of you become friends?
Surprisingly not food, guys. I know you're thinking, but it wasn't food. It was...
How did I meet you?
We have a mutual friend. I think Thern Yang knows him from UB, Darren.
Oh yeah, your cousin, right? Darren?
No. We're just good friends, yeah.
Sorry, not cousin, sorry. He's a cousin of my classmate from my A-level days. Sorry. Got it so mixed up.
Oh, Darren is cousin with your classmate.
Yeah, Ralph
from A-level
Paul
days.
Chan. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I
Ralph.
know Darren, and I met you, Thern Yang, somewhere once.
T19, the
Yes,
New Year's
yes.
Eve
What?
party.
What
Yeah,
event?
I remember. Yeah, it
Right,
was. Yeah, it was a
right.
New Year's Eve party.
You were his
Yeah,
place. Yes. And
yeah,
then
yeah,
I
yeah.
started to see Thern Yang more common last year onwards. No, funny enough, like people slowly realize I like cars. I don't know, BMW, foremost models were the first to like contact me and like, hey, do you want to take our iX1 for a spin? Yeah, no obligations. It's just media spin. So my first time, right? And I think people saw, because when I posted, other companies were like, hey, do you want to take
Take our car
our
for a
cars
spin.
out? And then I got invited to Eurocars leasing launch or rebranding, and then that's when Eurocars distribute a lot of cars, and then I'll just, so do I get to try? And then and then I started doing Eurocars side, and then every other PR company from other car agencies were like, hey, invite this guy, and yeah, so I suddenly get invited to all the car events. Most are not all. I still waiting for Porsche and everything.
Oh, wow. They just
Yeah.
launched the
Rolls
992 GT 992.2 GT3 this week. Wow, that car looks damn sick.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the review. Yeah, because they purposely on the F1 week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how I started getting closer to Thern Yang. I keep seeing the fella.
Not hard
Yeah.
to miss me lah.
Yeah, likewise, we both have our own quirks, unmissable qualities.
Personality.
Indeed. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you found a barber locally that can cut your hair, is it?
Okay, I've been going to many different places over the years, but this guy found me about 2 years ago. I got invited for a wax event, like a hair wax launch, as you do when you see me. You're like, invite this fella. He has enough hair wax. I just went to give my support, and then he was there as one of the guest barbers. Guest
Wow,
hairstylists.
interesting.
And then he was like, hey, I can tell your hair is real. I know one. Anyway, you give me a chance. Give me a chance to cut your hair. I will prove to you I can do a good job. So I took a leap of faith. 2 months later, I gave him a message and I went, and then yeah, I think it's a bro thing, right? He's like a real bro, and I was just, every time I meet there, we just chat
Comfortable.
and
Yeah.
comfortable, and then he listens. I think my bad experiences over the years with barbers is that they don't listen. When you tell them something, they don't do it. They just go in their own world, and then they will always tell you, oh, when it grows out longer, you look good. I'm like, yeah, but the plan was to look good now also, right? They don't do a job and tell me, oh no, when it grows out, you'll look okay. Fish, do it now. Like whatever I see now and later also look good, please. Yeah, so he always does a great job. I tried forget it. He's gonna be my go-to for 2 years. I mean, since 2 years ago.
There are two parts to this whole smiling afro thing. So everyone always notices the afro, but there's also the smiling bit. What's your motivation when it comes to all this? And even your moniker, like, is there like a story behind it, and what motivates you to keep doing it with, according to this moniker lah?
So I'll do the shorter version because it's a super long story. But the shorter version is, I think I've always wanted to have a nickname, right? And growing up, there was many nicknames that were not related to anything Afro. I had the Afro when I was in poly, right? And then it changed my life. Like curly hair changed my life because, of course, people were like, hey, how come this China-looking fella has curly hair, right? And 99.9% of the reactions were positive. And it added to my thing where I've always loved comedy. I've always loved to joke around and be sarcastic and just have a good laugh and share it if I can, right? I realized, hey, the Afro is already making people smile, or generally it looks, it's a stereotype where people relate clowns with curly hair, right? So I think it's just that look of like, yeah, that's what people told me. Oh no, look at you remind me of a clown. Yeah. So they're like, sorry, I didn't mean that way. I didn't mean to offend you. But I'm like, the irony is that I do want to clown around and make people laugh, right? So it's like so I decided to have a nickname, something related to an Afro. What can I put in there? The nickname that something to do with like, comedy or laughing. So I said, Smiling Afro sounds like a good one. When I was born, I was always known as a smiling baby in my family.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I've always a smiley baby. And even when I have a kindergarten picture I hang up in my room to remind me about that, because I'm the only kid in class smiling.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, out of like the 15 people, I'm the only kid smiling. Everyone is giving the blur kid face. Right, but I'm down there like, I think it's just a good reminder for me that, I was born a happy guy. So, why not put it into my nickname? Yeah.
That's interesting. So everyone in your kindergarten class just like grumpy as shit.
Yeah, like, typical grumpy shit. I think they just didn't want to be here in school.
Yeah, maybe. Sounds like all of us in kindergarten. Would you say less people know you as, Benjamin instead of the Smiling Afro? And then how would the Smiling Afro differ from, Ben?
Great question. So there's no difference. The Smiling Afro started as a nickname. It's like calling Thern Yang Snorlax. It's still him, right? There's no there's no separation. So yeah, it's but I get it. I think online, because I'm online, right, and I'm acting a lot and pretending to be other people, pretending to be characters. So people think Smiling Afro is a persona. Like people think that Ben turns into a Smiling Afro, and it doesn't help that some people think that my hair is a wig. So that I wear it to become the Smiling Afro, and then without it I'm Ben.
Oh, his hair is real, people. Trust me. I've seen
Yeah.
it. I've touched it. I felt it. I pulled it. Have I pulled it? Yeah, maybe I have.
Yes, slept with it. So and Smiling Afro is just a nickname. Yeah, it's like the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mark
right.
Van Clienberg.
Yeah, so Mark Van Clienberg and the Flying Dutchman is same guy, right? It's just there's no like, I turn into the Flying Dutchman, and I don't turn into a Smiling Afro. I wake up like this every day. So yeah, but I get it. I get why people might think because the fact that they already think it's fake hair, right? So it's like, this guy is acting as someone else, like acting as a character and going online and doing laughing at people.
When you wake up in the morning and then you wash your hair and everything, how long does it take? Like to
dry?
just get your hair ready.
Okay, my total time in the toilet, depending on how hard I scrub it or how much sweat a day, right? It can take up to 25 minutes total time, like
wow.
showering, everything, right? Because
for guys that's a long
because
time.
because it's a real process. There's like, ideal is, so especially for this weather, is 2 shampoo sessions, right? And also because I have a lot of hair, so one time shampoo wash, it will not fully absorb all the vitamins from the shampoo, whatever to make it like hydrated. And then also sometimes I add another like scalp care, and then after I put conditioner, which I have to wait 1 or 2 minutes, right? Leave in conditioner and then wash off. I towel dry. I still need to put in like hydration cream and then blow dry. Yeah, so it can be up to 25 minutes process. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to teach me your routine because I think my hair is losing out already, although I keep it very short.
But your hair, it will take 3 minutes. Yeah.
See, your hair is still compared to Ben's. My God, half an hour just for your hair. Walao, even my sister doesn't.
To be honest, some people will look at me and like, your hair also 不了啦. Some aunties will be like, you are unsavable lah.
Aunties think everyone is unsavable lah.
Everyone's unsavable to aunties lah. You short hair cannot save lah. Long hair, this guy also cannot save lah.
So I'd like to ask you to probably tell us a brief version of like how you grew up and why you decide to enter the social media industry. When we did our research, we learned that actually you were part of like feature films, short films before also.
So long story short, growing up, I've always loved comedy. So I've always done acting on the side, like theatres, in church, whatever. But I never thought it'd be a career, right? And then when I went to poly, I was like, I want to do something in media. So I went to NYP and Nanyang Poly, and I did motion graphics and broadcast design. So it's more animation and design on like editing lah. So because I still didn't know what part of media I want to be in, right? But it was through the course that I realized I really loved filmmaking. Not animation, but real-time filmmaking, like live filmmaking, right? Like my interests grew, and on top of my acting interests, so I started to do more and more videos for fun. Then I realized, I really want to study filmmaking. I really have this passion on it. So I decided to leave poly and I went to LaSalle to study filmmaking. So throughout my whole like so-called journey, right, there were many like changes. Like, first when I first joined the filmmaking industry, I wanted to be a course director. That's a standard where everyone is like, oh, I'll be a film director. But through the course, I realized I have skills in producing. So say maybe I can do producing. It was like, I really loved advertising. Like, I think advertising, that's where money is, like in Singapore, right? If you talk about filmmaking, it's very hard for the Singapore market. So I also wanted to just ideally make some money while doing what I love. So I decided, let's go into advertising. When I graduated, I was looking for jobs in advertising and wanted to build myself in the advertising world. I've never actually set up my channel before. I've always made all these funny videos, but I didn't have an avenue or place to showcase them, right? So I decided, all right, as part of like a graduation project as an adult into the working world, I want to start a channel where I can just put on my content for people to enjoy for fun. It's like a creative avenue for me, a place for creative expression of the thoughts I have in my mind. But then after I launched it, not long after, I started getting inquiries about, hey, we saw your channel and we like what you do. Are you available to work together for this project or like for a long-term project where every week I'll make videos with this company? And then I was like, wow, I didn't think that I will ever earn money from doing what I love, right? So I'm like, sure, let's talk. It was a 3-month trial. But because of that 3 months, a lot of people thought I was doing this for a living already, like making videos for a living. like people thought that client was I was working full time for them. But I wasn't, right? I was a contractor. There was traction being built and no advertising company replied yet. And so I was like, screw it, I'm going to start my own company. At the time, I didn't even know the word content creator yet, right? So I'm a video maker, I'm a host, whatever, like something, whatever. And that was like just over 7 years ago. And 7 years later, after COVID, of course, crafted the social media world. And then suddenly now I'm on Instagram Reels more, TikTok more. Well, that's where I am now.
For you, it might have been a blessing that no advertising company came back. If not, you wouldn't have started your own company.
Yeah, it was a real weird blessing in disguise, to be honest.
Can I ask how much time per week you spend on your company and on your social media, and what other stuff does your company do besides social media and branding and marketing kind of thing?
Smiling Afro Private Limited itself only does content creation and then hosting and acting. Okay, I launched an extension called Go With The Flow. So that's more an agency, creative agency, where I can provide production services for content that requires more crew. I have a team there that we can do longer form content, or content that requires us to go around Singapore, whatever, more. Basically now my content is me and one cameraman. But in case we need to do mini series or whatever, I have a producer, I will have cameraman, editors, all of it.
As the CEO and as the founder of the company, do you sometimes feel that the weight of the company is on you? You have to make sure everybody gets fed. You have to make sure that work comes in, this kind of thing.
Ideally, I don't want to become fat, but not kidding. So
fat lah, FED lah, not FAT lah. Walao, your ear got too much wax.
I know. It's the law that when you're here, I always have to do those jokes. So when Jin Yong presented me the opportunity, I had to say it. So yes, ideally, I want everybody to get fed. But yes, as a CEO, I think that's the normal. So I'm more than happy to take up the responsibility. Also, when I chose my team and we built the team, right, we make sure they also understand the space I'm in and the style of content, and they all believe in it. I think with them believing and me being proud to build this new agency or creative house with them helps to alleviate the weight on my shoulder, because we're all in this together.
Oh yeah, you do hosting. Didn't you host this week or last week Liverpool team party?
Yeah, so it was.
Oh, that must have been painful as shit, really. I looked at it, I was like, oh god.
When they invited me, they were like, "Do you support Liverpool?" I'm like, "No, I support Man U." And then they were like, "Oh, the birthday boy is Liverpool fan." Then I said, "Okay, thanks. It was nice knowing you guys."
Good answer.
Yeah. And then they're like, no. It's a football themed party. It's just that he's a Liverpool fan, and most of his friends are Liverpool fans. And those who don't watch football are encouraged to wear Liverpool. I said, okay, I'm gonna wear Man U, and if he has a problem with it, then I won't come. They said, no. He loves it. It's more banter. I said, yes, perfect. I'm all for banter. Football fans, we're all for banter.
Making fun of Man U when Man U loses every single game in let's not go there.
I mean, to be fair, Liverpool had their time, and then where we shat on them, right? So
yeah,
it's a cycle, right? But I really appreciate the football banter, all right? And so I came, and then we were just non-stop bantering. But then I told him, I'm the host, right? So I'm going to non-stop just disturb you the whole bloody evening. It was fun. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Pre-season, when some of the teams come over to Singapore for the pre-season friendlies, right? Some of the hosts will be asked to host again and wear the jersey. I've seen some Tottenham fans who are fans, and then they are hosts, right? And then they wear the Arsenal jersey to host. And I'm like, no, you cannot.
It takes a brave man to wear an Arsenal jersey at a Tottenham event.
Yeah. No, I got a Man U friend who wore a Liverpool jersey for some gig because he was a DJ. And I'm like,
wow. Oh, no.
I guess that answers the question, how much will you do it for, right? And then it's 4 digits. Oh, okay, for a few hours. Some people are just, we gotta eat, man.
Would it be fair to say this year was when some of your content really blew up, considering the stuff you put out during general election?
Actually, no. Every year, there'll be some different videos that blow up. And so during the election season, it's one of my favorite times, because I know as long as people say something hilariously, something for me to hop on, I will hop on it. Yeah, so content is presented to me, and I love that.
We have a plan, an East Coast plan.
Yeah, that was so 5 years ago that my video idea on that blew up.
I can see why you chose to do to replicate our Prime Minister's like persona. You fit the vibe a bit. Like if Lawrence Wong was a hipster.
I've never done Lawrence Wong though.
If you were to do Lawrence Wong, like Lawrence Wong was hipster.
Actually, yeah, if Mr. Wong was hipster.
Yeah, if our PM was a hipster, yeah, maybe you actually. Or maybe you could do
Yeah.
Mr. Desmond Lee also. That one, okay, actually, no, let's not go there. Later I kena cancelled by later I kena POFMA.
Also, the irony is this, I think people and the algorithm, they kind of like related to the content I was doing, right? And it was really in the season, everyone, the whole country basically, if you're not doing if you're not paying attention or reading up, are you really Singaporean or you don't give a shit about the country, right? During the week. I think that's why everyone was glued to their phones because not everyone will go to the rallies, look forward to like social media to get the news. It was a good opportunity for me to also just an audience again, a new audience or awareness, basically awareness, right?
You don't really have a fixed content outline. Like you're not a travel vlogger, you're not a foodie. So you do a lot of things like car reviews, skits and sometimes you even sing, you vlog and all that kind of thing. So do you think you differ a lot from like other content creators / KOLs?
Good question, man. So when I first started, I actually only wanted to be a skit channel, like just doing comedy skits, right? Basically Key and Peele or Saturday Night Live. Okay, even Saturday Night Live don't do just skits, but yeah, I just want to do skits. But I'm happy that I basically did more. Already Singapore is such a small market, right? And if I'm only going to do skits, I want to make money from it. Like it's not going to work. So I realized that I decided to also grow more the Smiling Afro personality as opposed to just the Smiling Afro as an actor on skits. So that's why I do everything. I do talking to the screen, I do podcasts, I do skits, sketches, I do singing, I do comedy singing, showing the versatility of what I can do as a as a talent, let's put it that way. So that I'm able to get more different I can put my hands in many baskets, right, in terms of like income.
So as someone who depends on this as these numbers as part of your livelihood, do you think what to do versus what will get views, do you think it's a dilemma for you? Do you think you have to sacrifice like some creativity in order to perhaps get the views or get the money?
When I started, I made it clear to myself that numbers cannot define me. I made it clear that nothing can control my content direction and what I want to do. Because I wanted to always remain genuine. Because if I let numbers like followers or viewers or whatever control me, I'm only doing things that people want as opposed to what I want, and then it's not the Smiling Afro's content anymore, right? Mr. Beast, right? Mr. Beast is only just doing things that go viral. He's only all about beating the algorithm and doing things that people will watch and making you watch. But no, I want people to come and the followers will be those who just really enjoy everything I do. Of course, views and numbers help, followers help. But to me, I believe I will get there in my own terms. Doing 7 years, right? I'm sure you can get 1 million followers if you follow some template or you follow some whatever. I say, yeah, probably. But then I'll be doing content that will get the most views, but it may not be me. It may not be like, oh, I really want to do this.
I agree. I mean, looking through your content, I think if you've maintained that certain level of silliness that a lot of others don't have. I mean, we've been to enough events together that to notice the KOLs there, they kind of, sorry for saying this, they maintain like this very kind of like cookie cutter standard. Like everyone's kind of like following the same template. I'm not going to name names, but we all know what we're talking about. I think in a certain sense, you are sort of like an outlier. Is that fair to say? In terms of your style?
I think I've been an outlier most of my life. Yeah, already as an Eurasian guy, right? Growing up with an Eurasian name already means I'm not technically Chinese or whatever, right? So I'm neither here nor there. I mean, to say I want to study film or media or arts, right, is really an outlier thing to do, right?
Yeah.
In terms of society, right? And then suddenly growing an afro, and then I'm always wearing colorful stuff. Like I got white glasses, and it's like, yeah, this guy is, I've always been different. And I think very young age already, there was always this temptation to be like everyone else. Contingent, right? Yeah, everyone looks the same, but I was like, no, I am happy to be different, and maybe that's my destiny, right? So yeah.
But by being different and everything, that means you have to constantly be creative and always coming out with something new. But so, are there ever like instances where you have like creative burnout or experience self-doubt or just something that doesn't go according to plan and you just have that creative block lah?
So I don't have a creative block because I have a book of ideas that I've been writing for more than 7 years. Like every other day there'll be an idea, I'll write it into the book or on my notes. So there's something to always look back to film. But self-doubt, yes. I mean, I think as a creative person, it will always happen to me randomly. Randomly, it will just hit on a bad day. But I always come out of it because I think it's just the duty of like, you know what, I still got a career to make and I still got money to earn and I still got a channel to maintain and entertain. I've accepted that it will never stop happening to me, even if I'm so super successful, 1 million followers, there'll be days where it's just like, oh shit, what am I doing? But then I'll step out of it. Normal, I think it's normal, like, because, you know, as not just a creative guy, right, as a human, right?
I think even those that work 9 to 5, they also have self-doubt, like, what am I doing? Why am I just coming to work
Yeah.
and leaving at 5? This kind of thing.
Yeah, like Thern Yang thinks, why is he into cars? Like, you know, it's
Hey,
you know,
I chose to play live on hard mode also, entering the media space.
you know, I really add some weight to the car, like it's acceleration there.
Can't go as fast.
No, it's a real
if-
issue. Like go
If I
karting,
go
right?
racing with Smiling Afro in the same car, but then obviously Smiling Afro's car will go faster, right?
No. It's a real issue with the go karts. It's a real issue because of my weight. I'm always slower in terms of the.
Yeah, there will
the
be
top speed.
understeer, right?
No, it's not. No. Go through the corners is fine. The acceleration and the top speed is the bloody issue. It takes a lot for the cart to get up to speed with my fat ass in the cart.
They must say stability will be better, lah. The
Yeah,
downward force.
it is. It is. I can take corners a bit more aggressively, lah. Just so long as I watch the line a bit, lah.
Yeah.
Because my fat ass will make the thing understeer because of like, just too much weight on, you know, like going one way, that kind of thing.
So Benjamin, we have actually interviewed other like influencers like Matilda Huang and Nicolette Wee, and I think a lot of them mentioned that the common misconception is that being a full-time social media personality is an easy job. But what do you think are some of the challenges that no one knows about?
So I think anyone who thinks that it's easy job, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Of course, yes.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if anyone would ever come up to me and say, "Hey, your life is easy," I'll be like, then you have no idea. Because the moment you're in the spotlight, people can see you, everything. Your life privacy is out the window. How is that
Yep.
easy? Right. I'm asking the people now out there. How is it easy to be on screen? My privacy, I sacrifice a bit of my privacy. I'm constantly scrutinized because it's easy, right, to hide behind a screen and I say things about other people who are out there, right? So whoever says that, then there's a reason why you'll never be that. Yes, of course, it's not easy. As with any job, right? It shouldn't be easy. But yeah, common misconceptions is we're rich. I wish we are a Singapore market, you know. We don't have we're not USA or not like big markets like China, right? Yes, the creators will become rich because there's a lot going on there. But I think, and I'm actually proud of the fact that it's more challenging in Singapore because then it challenges me to maintain my brand, my personality, and yet also try to make a living. I like challenges, you know. I don't like things to be too easy also, yeah. But see, it's harder for me to say because compared to Nicolette and Matilda, they're female. They're female influencers. And male and female creators will always get a different kind of, there's always a different thing. Some female creators, you get a lot of followers because you're beautiful, you're pretty. They may not necessarily follow you for your content. Yeah, right.
True.
But for
The
me,
young will know about this.
Oh, shut up! You are one to talk. Please, I think you are one to talk.
Okay, let me just see some influencers and see how many mutuals of like, I see Thern Yang and Ben. Yeah.
Airing my dirty laundry, Jin Yong. Oh.
For me, I know I always argue with people. That's why I don't like the word influencer. I like content creator because people follow me because I make content and I write content and I do a funny video and then they have a good laugh. They'll follow me because I bring out an emotion, right? I engage an emotion in them. So
If you saw the things that Jin Yong and I send each other on Instagram,
Let's not go there. Yeah.
that's not good.
Guys,
That's
the guys,
not
lah.
good there.
Guys, the guys, right? Guys,
Yeah, guys will be guys lah. Guys will be guys.
Yeah,
Anything to
yeah,
get you
you know
through
lah.
the day.
With all your Xiaomi content sharing.
Hey, that one cannot say. That one cannot say. That one now would a bit dangerous.
As a person with like 100,000+ followers, right? I believe you will get your fair share of hate comments also. So how do you deal with all these hate comments?
I don't deal with it because if I deal with it, it means I have to go and get affected, right? I have to go and like, oh my god, you call me this day. My turn. You stupid mooncake fella. You know, I don't know. It was like no lah.
Actually, has anybody ever come up to you on the street and just said to your face like, I don't like what you do, I don't like your that kind of thing?
Don't have, not
Has
yet
anybody
lah.
ever said it? Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. And most people don't boss lah.
It'd be quite nuts if someone actually did that, you know. That kind of
But to
thing,
me,
like,
it's
just came up
I'm
to you on the
ready,
street.
man. I actually want someone to do that. Because I always say I don't like to. I won't really engage in haters online because to me it's keyword stuff, right? Unless sometimes I'm sometimes some days I do though. Some days somebody messages me something and I'm like, I'm feeling it today. I want to say something. Yeah, just
Oh,
go for fun. I always say, if people come to me in person, I say, Ken, I appreciate your opinion, but you must be ready for mine.
true.
You
Eh,
can't come up
start
to
lah.
me.
How about we go on the MRT? We do a skit like the Taiwan that lady who
Kick
kicked
kick
the old arm.
the flying
Then you
kick,
can
flying kick.
replicate it on the MRT. I go out with kacau you, they just kick me, then you just walk off, that kind of thing.
Say I really don't deal with those because there'll always be. And I this is what I tell fellow creators starting out, like, you get affected by a comment so much. Don't forget about the good comments that you had.
That's true. Just because one apple is bad doesn't mean that the whole basket of apple is gone. Okay, that sounds like 小孩不笨. But anyway, the last portion of the interview is some of your future plans. Yeah, so I just like to ask Benjamin, what are some of the upcoming projects that our listeners or our viewers or your supporters can look forward to?
I mean, I also don't want to review too much, but basically, I do want to grow my YouTube channel and do more long-form content. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. And basically, I'm a very proud Singaporean and I love my country and I love to do Singaporean culture or topics on Singlish or just Singapore living or life in general. So stay tuned for more if you want to enjoy a bit more local satire.
Can talk about the benefits of the COE system.
Hey!
Sorry, no such thing, yeah.
My last question to you is, looking back at what you have achieved, if you could isekai and go back to when you were, I don't know, 4 years old or 5 years old, what would you have done differently?
Wow, this is a very philosophical question. Nothing.
Oh, nice.
I am a byproduct of my successes and mistakes. If I done things differently, butterfly effect, I wouldn't have met a lot of people or done a lot of things or got a lot of opportunities. So I really won't change.
I think we really learned a lot from you today. And of course, I know you're a very busy person, but to close off the episode, can you let our audience know where they can find you on social media?
All right, guys, you can find me everywhere: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, at the Smiling Afro. YouTube is
Alternatively,
gold
just
with
come
Afro
to the
lah.
next BYD event. He'll be there.
Yeah, potentially.
I thought it's by invitation one. Public
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just
yeah.
walk in, meh?
Can.
I mean-
Some of the events, they actually open to public.
Thank you, Benjamin, for your time and all the
Yeah.
best for your future events.
Thank you so
Oh
much.
my